The person, oh, you say from the Electro Priest Monastery, the servant of the Omnissiah, who calls himself Abel, is staring intently at the cogitator's vid screen. Wires connect to a sacred computing machine to augmetics inside the prayerfully bowed heads of murmuring servitors. He looks up at you. After a lengthy silence, he looks away and says stiffly, the Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. How are you feeling? The tech priest stares intently at his feet for a while and then says in a halting voice, the running of the Benharic protocols was bogged down and dissolved in false commands. The filters separated the correct signals. From the incorrect, the running has been restored to its swiftness. Pascal speaks softly as though trying to match the inflections of Abel's voice. Tech brother Abel has passed the diagnostics. The pernicious influence of the sacrilegious procedures has been completely eliminated. Statistically, most survivors of schismatical infestations are left with severe cognitive impairment. However, tech brother Abel's mind, being of a less typical nature, has not been damaged to so great a degree. Is this... Yeah, you know what? Yes. Tech brother Abel, are you free from possession? Are you not? I trust that you pose no threat to my ship. Abel's voice quivers, his eyes start around, desperately avoiding eye contact. What was flawed has since been purged, by the shadows of the hunt linger. The cog is dismounted and no judgment has been made. In the absence of judgment, threat remains. Who will make the judgment? I will. Pascal places a mechadendrite on Abel's shoulder and repeats, his voice heavy like a wheel tread crushing the dirt beneath. I will make the judgment that will avert the threat. There is no need to frighten him. What troubles him? I assumed at first that this was caused by shock inflicted upon his system by the schismatical attack. But my tech brother's words are a sign of a deeper reason for his unease. He foresees something that threatens both him and all those around him, and thus I stand ready to face this threat. You care for him as if he were truly a younger brother. But Pascal's vox rasps a tired laugh. Tech brother Abel is harmonious, and harmony is beauty. It is so strange. Is it so strange an urge to protect beauty from the horrors of the grotesque? No. No, not at all. What is the judgment you speak? Only he knows. But if my tech brother fears that he might not make the right decision at a crucial moment, I'll do it for him. Why are you so concerned? Answer unknown. I am registering a kinship both between our identifiers and the one that is more profound. Archmagos Armanat left an imprint on all his students. It may be then that I see some of my mentor and tech brother Abel, and so my spirit rejoices and strives to keep him from harm. I'll try not to give Abel any undue cause for dread. Thank you. What are you working on? We catch the soul of the light in the solar wind. We look for the footsteps the Omnissiah left when he walked the desert. This is the one romantic computation procedure. The depersonalized minds of these machine servants are in a data dream, processing enormous arrays of assorted data and aggregating them. Virtually all results of such synthesis are scrap data, but occasionally we have noted coincidences whose exactness defied logic. It is an extremely rare and venerated form of statistical augury, but tech brother Abel is adept in this form of appealing to the deus mechan- Okay, wait, really? Look for logical connections? Most of the runes are devoid of any meaning, but you notice a few among them that combine into formulae and computational graphs. Abel peers at you inquisitively and then shifts his gaze to the vid screen, and you could swear that a smile lights up under his face, under his respiratory. Aww! The crystal is exquisite in clear water. A deviation from the cycle's trajectory has been increased, as was Amernat's wish. Abel lowers his head, and his vox synthesizer broadcasts a Benharikim you do not recall having heard before. Its sound is full of vibrant energy, and its precise rhythm is nothing short of pleasing to the ear, a rare thing from the language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Pascal explains with inexplicable air of pride. Tech brother Abel has dedicated a lesser aria to you. This piece is distinguished by a high degree of acoustic harmony, and is fit for the use as a motto, auxiliary identifier, or epitaph. Oh! Oh, we got a gift! But I thank you for your generous gift. Yes. The gift is disproportionate, but it does signify a personal affinity. We're gonna inspect the sacred machine. The hair has been removed from every servitor's head. The bulky cerebral augmetics cover their skulls like helmets. The face of the cogitator's servants are blank. Their eyes are closed, their lips are incessantly whispering what sounds like gibberish. Hundreds of lines of symbols containing Information scroll down the cogitator's vid screens. Abel peers at it with a voracious interest, its sharp contrast to his usual placidity. What do you do to it? Or, what did I say? Oh, why do you do it? It's how we execute the quest for knowledge in hopes that the machine god grant us an epiphany, so that we may discern a logical connection in massive absurd data, which will propel our comprehension forward. Alright, so Abel's gone back. Turn to Pascal. Did you hear what Abel said? It seems we have contributed to Amernat's design and deviated from the cycle. What does that mean for you? A low guttural sound rises from the depths of Pascal's Vox synth, as though the planet's tectonic plates are shifting and crushing each other. The mighty rumble brings forth words of imbued power. We follow a path charted by the great mind, but that path leads to dark places. The cycle has advantage of predictability. Abandoning it will plunge the collective into a perilous space of uncertainty, which will inevitably lead to disasters and the risk of universal annihilation. The doctrine of discontinuing the cycle may herald good things to come, or it may be a death sentence. Only the Omnissiah knows all and comprehends all. Others are mere prophets, who interpret as wisdom as far as their own comprehension permits. Is that not the promise of every heresy? Let's renounce our path, distort our doctrine, and head towards what looks like a better future, but actually has one's grief in store. As flawed as the status quo is, it's helped to survive for the past 10 millennia, therefore effective. Better to die fighting against change than to rot alive. Disaster is just another word for a new opportunity. Not missing it is what it's all about. I am no prophet. I will not presume to make pronouncements on the future. Disaster is just another word for new opportunity. Lead us to disasters and, like... True, you could put the word opportunity here, which inevitably will lead to new opportunity and the risk of universal... Like, she's not... Like, that's not wrong. Better to die fighting against change than rot alive. And that's not Tess, as flawed as the status quo. So, I am no prophet. I'll not presume to make pronouncements on the future. I think that's what she's gonna go with. No one knows the future. Every analysis has a margin of error, and horrors lurk in these margins. The tone of thundering profundity drains from Pascal's Vox, giving away his familiar... Okay. Why do you have the same name? Abel freezes. From his Vox synth, barely audible through the static, comes the words, "The naming of the names is not an index to the text. The naming of the names is the text." Huh? Abel's answer can be enigmatic. His mind works differently from ours. He thinks that harmonic imagery and notices the symmetries and proportional relationships in the world around him. Poetry would be the closest analogy to how he perceives and interacts with reality. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I never imagined there could be poets among the... Pascal, do you understand what... Soften your tone. Abel, could you please explain what you mean? Abel relaxes a little. His gaze drifts to the side. There is silence. Okay. He relaxes a little because we softened our tone. I love Abel so much. Are we overthinking it? It doesn't matter why your names are the same. What matters is that they are the same. Oh, are we overthinking it? It doesn't matter why your names are the same. What matters is that they are. Is that what you mean? He looks at you sideways, and at once his transfixed stupor is gone. At this point in time, the cycle has been broken and reshaped into rising spiral, as Amernat envisioned. On hearing his mentor's name, Pascal lets out a raspy, static-filled sigh. They are connected. My hypothesis regards Abel's connection to the blessed Amernat has been confirmed. Abel immediately looks away as if he's lost all interest in you, but then his vox crackles barely audibly. I am glad to see you. I want to hug him so badly!
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Okay.
May your labor...
I didn't know if we wanted to talk about the other thing, but oh my gosh, I did not think that Abel was gonna be such a sweetie pie. And now that I know that he is, I don't know what to do with my life. Sees you, curve into a smile. I have learned that there are caches left by Theodora on Dargonis and Kiava Gamma. Do you know anything?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a clue, Lord
Are you
Captain.
sure?
I don't know who Lady Theodora would have told about a thing like that, but it definitely wasn't me. Why would you whisper that to me now? Why?
What are they whispering?
Lord Captain.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about caches or Lady Theodora's secrets, but
Okay.
the voices have just reminded me about something. I was once given the chance to try some real wine. Lady Theodora gave me some. Not just any old synthetic booze, but her favorite plonk. She always drank it in her palace. It was golden in color, and its name was Flame of Purity. A silly name, but the flavor was so intense, and like nothing I'd ever tasted before or since. Apologies. It's probably not important, but I don't know anything more than that.
I don't know anything about the caches. It reminded me of real wine. What does this have to do with it? Its name was Flame of Purity. Interesting. That's... Somebody remind me of this when we get to looking at the caches. You seem to have a very strong reaction to what Argenta said.
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. Oh sure, she seems straight as an arrow and as predictable as a hangover after drinking. But when I look at her, something about her makes my brain itch.
Alright, listen. If your resident psyker is telling you that something about her makes her brain itch, I don't know. I've been Team Adira since like I first started playing this game. So if she says that there's something that we should pay attention to, I'm gonna pay attention to it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm 100% paying attention.
After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door. What I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her? I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me.
And if they frightened you, what do you think it all means?
If I knew, I would have told you.
I
Hearing
know.
things clearly requires cooperation from the other person you know.
I
but
know.
That cobra just hisses and spits its venom at me. I don't trust her one bit.
Do you think we should keep an eye on her?
It certainly wouldn't hurt. I'll keep a watch on her too. If only I knew what it meant. Maybe it means danger for her. Or maybe danger coming from her.
Well, there's only one way to find out. And that's to keep going.
Of course. Always at your service.
Thanks, Adira. Alright. So, that's what that means. Okay. Also, let me see if Abelard has anything to say about these caches now. Because I went and tried to talk to him after I found out about the caches.
Lord Captain?
I discovered that there are caches left by Theodora.
It is wise for a rogue trader to have caches where they can safely store important information. And utterly unwise to share the coordinates of such caches with anyone. Even one's most trusted associates. I'm afraid I do not know how to find the caches, but I can offer some help.
Okay.
Your predecessor used this numeric code to deactivate certain defense systems in her service. If I know Lady Theodora as well as I think, then I'm quite certain that she left her caches well guarded. In that case, this code will be useful to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we got that. Do you have anything to say about Theodora's caches?
You have my complete attention.
Please, not like that. I can't handle you. You're leaving me. Oh, let's go down here. Double check.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is.
Okay.
I have enjoyed.
And I do want to do the rest of these conversations, but not now.
Greetings.
Wait, so I can't, okay. We'll come back. All right, so I guess then it's time to go on the planet, right? And, you know, make an entrance without making an entrance. We're very good at that. That's something I'm very much excited for. Lord Captain, Ravor's voice over the Vox sounds weary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving towards us, judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails and telemetry shows trails of macro batteries. They're not here for a chinwag, ready to issue orders to prepare for battle air command. Oh, we never had this before. Where did they come from? Why haven't you noticed them before? The rubbish of the furibundus, and I'm not talking about these wrecks that are about to fire on us. I mean, the remains of the meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together. Smaller ships hide behind them to harass ships as they emerge from the warp. Could this be Voitvir? Silence over the Vox lasts for several seconds. It's possible. He could have hired some scum, or maybe it's a pirate who saw the state of our ship and decided to push his luck. On my orders, get ready for void ship combat! Now, I think I did this once, like, off-stream, off-recording, when the beta was still active, but otherwise, I haven't really done this before. I know we did put people in places, and I do know we leveled up, like, one thing.
Rings out across our decks.
Okay. So, this looks cool. No, this is my ship. This is me. You have engaged the enemy in space combat. Battles in space and on the surface of the planet work quite differently from one another. In space combat, the battlefield is separated into 3 zones marked by various degrees of brightness: acceleration zone, mid-movement zone, and end zone. Ships travel at high speeds even during combat, which is why both your ships and those of your enemies must move a certain distance each round. You can only end your turn once your ship has traversed the minimum required distance upon entering the next movement zone. To move the ship, click left mouse button on any accessible cell. Once you do, you'll see a hologram of the ship that'll... Okay. So, here. Let's go here to start.
Onward!
Your ship is equipped with an arsenal of weapons, which differ in terms of range of fire and offer you a variety of ways to assault your opponents. Ships can attack with each of its weapons once per turn. Note these can be fired as the ship moves, as attacking does not end the ship's... Oh, very cool. Each of the ship's weapons has a separate attack action on the pan. Okay, yes. Okay, so... This, no. So I'd have to go 1 forward. This... No, it did nothing. No, it did 30. What? Some ships are protected by shields to eat. Okay. Facing an enemy ship, shields. Choose your angle of attack wisely. Okay. So I should. So will the dorsal do it? Yes.
Another salvo.
Okay, good. Now, if I put Tess up here.
The time has come.
No, this.
Leave their hulls strewn across the stars.
Okay. That won't reach them. No, okay. Let's see. This is probably gonna take me a few rounds to get used to, so I apologize if I flub this royally. Missed. 2, okay. All right. No, I can only go... Oh. Let's go this way. I guess we'll go here. Can I do nothing? Yeah, they're too far. Okay. So we're gonna have to wait for them to get closer, right? Oh, no! Okay. Now... Wait, it's leaving? Can it leave? I didn't know that. Oh.
The time has come.
Wait, really? What happens if it leaves? Oh, no. Can I go, like, a little bit more forward? No. Oh. Okay. Well, this is going spectacularly well. 1. No! Come back! Let me murder you! Yeah, no, I'm never gonna hit that ship. But I guess we'll try our best.
Lay in the course.
Like I'm like chasing this ship for no reason. Wait, yes, I will.
Them.
Okay. Well, you hit him a little, girlfriend. I mean, not by much, but a little. He's gonna go. So these are timed? Okay. No. Can you come here?
Onward!
Let's see. No. And if you come any closer this way, like none of this. Okay.
The time has come.
Okay, he's coming straight at me, which should make my life a little bit easier. All right. Hopefully now. Don't leave! He left. This.
Another salvo.
Okay. I did some damage. More damage?
The whole strewn across the stars.
Okay. This way? And then maybe this one will reach it too. No. 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 Okay. Now he's leaving, right? Is this time? Okay. Okay. Let's see if this does it. This
one's going down.
Okay. It's like almost. Come back. How come they can move so far? Is that like... Is that just my ship can't move as far as them? Is it because she's so big? We did it! Okay, we destroyed one. Oh
my premonitions never fail me.
Okay, thank you. We did it. Is it because the ship is so big it's like less maneuver? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. I got a dead world. Let's do some scanning before we go. Nothing. Okay. Wait. Okay. Then we've got this. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. Vox recording is stating that the priesthood has no desire to communicate with the... Okay, I'm refusing to accept guests. Okay. Perfect. I just wanted to double check. Now, is this another syndicate? We have a flagship, Jerusu's Blessing, with a small escort dead ahead. They are requesting a direct Vox channel. The Vox channel clicks, and after a brief pause, a dry, low voice hails you. Greetings! Lord Captain, I am honored to speak with the rogue trader of House von Valencius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Austerius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How may I be of service? What is your squadron doing here? We develop supply routes for Chartists. You may see... Oh, you see, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet in this part of the Imperium territory. Yet we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. Can I see what you have for purchase? Excellent. You like... Oh, this is stuff for our ship. Okay. Void Necron trophies. Oh my gosh. You like Void Pirate. Hide untradeable. Okay. No suitable cargo. We'll be back then. It was nice meeting you. Okay. To Footfall we go then. Your ladyship, something sinister is unfolding among the survivors of Rakad Minoris. There have been several cases of evacuated refugees being found either dead or dying. All of them have been blinded using various means. I fear there's a reason to believe that they were agents of the cult among the people who came aboard. I knew the anathema would not fully release its hold of those doleful souls just yet. Then let us march and drive it away. Give me proper report. How are they quartered? How are they supervised? The serfs and planetary wardens were assigned 2 auxiliary lower decks. Commoners are riled up and frightened by the calamity, so to keep their senselessness in check, we only assign those of sound mind to work and pump sedative gas through the ventilation. The venerated Praetor Electroid Dar Impulse VI and his retinue took refuge in one of the engineering bays, or more accurately, barricaded themselves in. The wise servants of the Omnissiah are fearful beyond measure that ignorant lay people might damage or offend the miraculous fusion reactor, so they cloistered themselves. Need to know about these killings. 11 bodies have been found thus far. The first victim had their eyes burned out with a gas torch. Oh, good. Second, acid splashed in their face. Third was found wandering around on their last legs with metal pins sticking out of their eye sockets. They died before we could interrogate them. The rest were killed and disfigured in similar ways. Through blinding, no trace of the killer's identity was found. Alright, if I may interject, there is no need. The interrogations have already been conducted. I put enforcers on alert as soon as the first body was discovered, though I decided not to disturb your ladyship until I had the results. Well, now I do. I have already arrested, 4 perpetrators at the scene. Crimes have yet to take place. Those are not murderers. They are suicides. Explain. The people apprehended were about to be blind themselves and end their own lives. I am confident that all who perished did the same. When questioned, they all said the same thing. They are haunted by the sight of the dying Regrettable Minoris. Even in their sleep, they still see the same horrific picture. So the sad wretches would do anything to make this nightmare stop. Cleansing liturgies on the decks housing the refugees. We shall banish this blight. Increase surveillance, assign enforcers. If this is not the work of cultists, then I could... Let's increase the surveillance. Assign enforcers to watch the passengers. Certainly, Lord Captain, except I'm afraid it's not just the refugees. 3 out of the 4 people we arrested were members of the crew. They watched Regrettable Minoris die, and it left their minds scarred. We all bear the mark of the dark catastrophe, for it was the intention of the ruinous powers that branded our very souls. May the God Emperor have mercy on us. You were warned, ladyship. It is regrettable that you did not listen. Oh, this is good. This is really, really, really good. I like that Tess tried to do the right thing. And sometimes the right thing is the hardest thing to do, and it wasn't the right thing. And now this is a lesson she'll learn. And never forget. I know that probably blowing everything up would have been the better idea, but at the same time, I wanted to see how this played out. And I'm glad we're seeing it. And I think that as far as Tess's development as rogue trader, this is really important. Really, really important. Oh man, that was written so well. Okay. Wait for the completion of ship inspection. Alpha Dock Row. Let's go. Right, we gotta level everybody up. Oh no, I forgot to level everybody up. Whoops. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine. Not like we're about to be walking into an ambush or anything like that. Psst. Ambush who? Don't know her.